Hi, Tina. Rhonda Constant, your favorite hometown medium, physical energy healer, and oracle card advisor. I just thought I would explain a few things since this is seems to be your first time. I see, hear, feel, sense, know, a little bit of taste and smell sometimes, but not so much. Anyway, and a lot of the times they will communicate by showing me a picture. It's just the way we communicate. It's not all like that, just part of it. And then I have to describe the picture to you. So don't poo-poo the reading if you don't understand something, because it may be something you're going to see later, or you might remember it later. So just keep that in mind. There will be, I don't rely on a lot of validations. There will be a few he'll throw in there, things that I wouldn't know, because I feel like too many mediums do nothing but validations. And look at me, I can prove, Sorry, I'm not that way. I'm more about getting the message across to you and what they have to say. Sometimes they talk in sentences. Sometimes I just get a word. When it comes to names, I kind of stink at getting the exact names. So if I say a name like Chester, you might have to think outside the box a little bit, and it might be a male with a CH name if names come up. So I kind of like to explain that ahead of time. So you might want to write some of this down if there's things that you just don't quite get at this minute. Because I have people email me all the time, and then they go, "Oh, I remembered later," or "Oh, I saw that yesterday," So let's see what Norm's got to say. He comes in. He comes in as he's walking forward. He's holding his hand out, showing me his wedding ring. And in the other hand, he has a bouquet of red, I want to say roses, but I think they look more like carnations. Sorry, my shirt's bothering me. And he's bringing those for you. He's kind of questioning, "Oh, you can see me?" I've had this happen before. I've had him turn around and go, "Ooh, you can actually see me? Whoa." So he's kind of hesitating, like, okay, this is kind of cool, but now he's going like this. He's a big, strong guy. He's a big, strong guy now. He's fit. He's healthy. He feels good. Oh, he's making himself look like a bodybuilder. I can look any way I want to now. I don't have to put up with that body getting older. So he's coming around here on my right side. This is my right side. I know some of these videos look backwards and some of them don't. I don't know why. I think it just depends on which thing I get on. Anyway, he's still kind of hesitating, kind of questioning that I can actually talk to him. He put his hands up in the chest area, partly because that's the area he passed from, but partly because he's trying to show the great love that he has for you. He says you light up his life. He sees you. He says he hears you. He hears you. He hears you. He's always tuned in. He's listening to you. Okay. So he's showing me a picture of you laying on the bed. You're kind of curled up in the fetal position, kind of, and you're crying, and he's curled up next to you, against you. You may not feel these things now because when you're in such total deep grief, it tends to block things out. It may take a while until that eases up before you feel anything or realize these things are actually happening. It took me 2 years. So he's curled up like against your back. You're on your right side. This is what he's showing me. So I usually try to explain it exactly because that's usually the way that they'll try to do it. They try to show me pretty close to how it's going to be. So you're on your right side, you're curled up, he's curled up against you, against your back, against your knees, against your legs. He is trying to comfort you. He's trying to use his energy, but he's not sure how to do it yet. He's working on it. You don't, when you get up there, you're not all knowing, you're not all perfect, and I know how to do all this stuff. I know how to move objects and everything. It doesn't seem to work that way. If you've ever seen the movie Ghost, which I watched again yesterday, Sunday, whatever day, anyway, and you see the part where he's in the subway with the other ghost, the kind of cranky ghost, and he's trying to learn how to kick the can. The other ghost is trying to teach him how to move objects, and he's bound determined to do it, and he's learning how to flip a bottle cap and kick a can and things like that. That's actually what I've seen. In my experience, that's the way I've seen it work. It takes them a little bit to figure out how to get you to feel their energy or move an object or something like that. I love that movie. I cry every time. And as far as being a medium, Whoopi's part is pretty much right on. Anyway, let's get off of that. Let's talk to Norm. So he's still questioning because it's so new. He's still questioning how to do these things. Now he's showing me he's going in the kitchen. And you either have heard or you're going to hear. And like I said, your deep grief can block a lot of this out for a while. Silverware rattling in the drawer. No, not silverware drawer. Do you have a drawer in your kitchen that has, I call it the junk drawer, where you have a tape measure and maybe a screwdriver and some batteries? And he says, I'm in the manly drawer, not the silverware drawer. So he's going to be in there. He's trying to figure out how to rattle things around in there. You could even hear this drawer open and shut. Usually it doesn't happen when you're in the same room. Usually you're just sitting in the next room or you've just walked out of the room and then you go, what did I just hear? I'm hearing the song Raindrops Keep Falling on My Head. So you might want to Google the words of that. I'm hearing another song. Hang on just a second. I haven't heard the title yet. Just like you, me, you. I want to be close to you. You don't want me to sing. You really don't. All the leaves above. No, I'm not hearing all the words right. Just like me, just like me, they want to be close to you. I almost want to say Captain and Tennille. It's something, it's an older song. It's not a new song, it's an older song. Just like, I'll see if I can Google it. He said, don't. He said, don't forget others are grieving as hard as you are. Don't block them out. Keep them in your circle. You can all support each other. He's having a little problem shooting the images to me. And usually, right after they pass, I don't have a problem getting to them, but I think he's having a little trouble figuring it out. Now he's telling me that on the back of your neck, upper neck, or in your hair, you're going to feel, it's going to feel like a wisp of air probably. If some people feel it different. It'll be, he's trying to kind of brush your hair a little bit right down in here. You could feel like goosebumps. It could feel like a bug crawling. It can feel like that. But this, I think this will feel more like air, like just like your hair is moving all by itself. See, now he mentions the name Charlie. Like I said, and that's funny, I mentioned a CH name before. Male CH name, somebody close to him, somebody he's acknowledging. And he's mentioning a cat. Show me the cat. He's having trouble getting the picture. He's showing me a very dark cat. I believe it's black with a little bit of white on it. Now he's straight back behind me, and he's got his elbows resting on my shoulders. He's got his chin resting on the back of my head, and he's staring at you over the top of me because he knows you're going to be looking at this. He says, I'm sorry. I'm sorry I left the way I did. I'm sorry I didn't have things ready. I'm sorry I didn't have things in line. I'm sorry it's such a mess. Sorry I wasn't more organized. Just don't expect it to happen. He's sending somebody to you. It's going to be a shoulder to lean on. Feel like it's somebody you haven't seen for a while. Like a relative you haven't been in touch with. It's a male. But it's somebody that's going to know more about financial things and about how to take care of things after this, and somebody that can give you advice that isn't going to charge you an arm and a leg. He said he wasn't so good at that stuff. He should have done better for you. He said it's okay. He said it's nobody's fault but his own that this happened. He should have taken better care of himself. He wants you to take better care of yourself. You still have kids that need you. He says you have to carry on. I will help you from where I'm at in a different way. I hear you. I hear you talking to me. I hear you. He says, I hear you. I hear you. I hear you. I know. It was my time. Be grateful for the time that we had. He says, I know it's hard to do that right now. Be grateful for what we have. Not had, have. And then he mentions kids. Fun, excitement, joy, tears, all of it. Relish it. Hug it. Memories, jobs. I can't hear what he's saying now. You get closer. Something about a car, an older car. An older car. Did he have an older car that he fixed up, or he wanted to fix up, or he was going to fix up, or he was looking for that he wanted to fix up, or, and I hear 70s, like a 70 something. He stomped his foot very hard and he says, stop blaming yourself. Stop blaming yourself. There's nothing you could have done. Eat healthier. Take care of you. You have things left that you're supposed to do. Let me help you from here. Ask. Ask me. Don't join me. Ask me. Learn this new relationship. He's mentioning a cat again. He's still back here behind me, so I can't really see him. He says to put your armor on, A-R-M-O-R, armor, that kind of armor. Put your armor on. Don't let them throw daggers at you. Don't let them mess with you. First I thought he was a guy, a young guy, and then I thought it was a girl. So maybe it's a couple, you know, a couple, two people, you know, boy and a girl. Sorry. He says, don't let them take advantage of you. Put your armor on. You're weak. You're vulnerable. You have a backbone. Get mad and use it. Don't let them walk on you. You don't need that right now. He's not giving me a lot of evidence. I'm sorry. It's up to him. They run the show. I can't make them do anything. I can ask. He said everything's helter-skelter. But you're so charming. How could I not love you? And he's showing a picture of himself with those same flowers in his right hand. And he's kneeling down in front of you like he's asking you to marry him again. Don't doubt me. Now he's showing me a pickup. But it looks like it might not be a pickup, it might be a bigger truck. It looks kind of low to the ground, but it has a flat bed on it, you know, with no sides. It could be a wrecker. No, not a wrecker, but you know, a rollback, I think they call them, you know, where you put the car on it. Could be that, because it's a little bit unclear. The cab's kind of a bluish color. I don't know that it's an actual pickup. I think it's more of a tow service vehicle. That's what I want to say. Some kind of a work truck. And he's trying to show me this picture, but it's kind of weak. So I think he hasn't quite figured that out yet. He said usually they don't have any trouble. I don't believe that you have to wait any amount of time. You don't. After they're gone, to talk to him, because I've talked to him at their funerals. He's just being a little slow with his info. He says 1, 2, 3, 4, and he's pointing down like stair steps. He's talking about kids, like stair steps. 1, 2, 3, 4. Four is a little wild. I don't know if he means the older one or the younger one. I don't know which way he's counting. Sirens. There's always a reason for something like that happening. So that siren just going by. I'm just not getting a lot of information. I'm not. Okay, I'm going to go for now. I'll do some more later. We'll see what we can get. I don't know. Our connection is a little weak. He's being a little quiet. There wouldn't be any reason for that, other than he's still figuring it out. Like I said, which is unusual because I can talk to him as soon as they pass. I don't believe in a waiting period. Okay, we'll close with this for now. Rhonda Constant, your favorite hometown medium, physical energy healer, and oracle card advisor. And he's back here in my ear going, I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you. Something about a clock on your wall, I love you. So there's going to have something's going to happen. The clock on your wall is going to stop, or the time's going to be wrong all the time, or something will happen to this clock. All right. See you later. Much love to you.